Function overloading is defined as the process of having two or more functions with the same name but different in parameters is known as function overloading. In C++, function overloading, the function is redefined by using either different types of arguments or a different number of arguments. It is only through these different compilers can differentiate between the functions. Advantages: the function can perform different operations, hence eliminate the use of different function names for the same kind of operations. Program becomes easy to understand, easy maintainability of the code. Function overloading brings flexibility in C++ programs. The advantage of function overloading is that it increases the readability of the program because you don't need to use different names for the same action. Function overloading is also known as compiler time polymorphism. For example, here is a function int sum, int a and int b, and here one more function called float sum, that is float p and float q. The function sum that takes two integer arguments is different from the function sum that takes two float arguments. This is function overloading. To overload a function, each overload function must be declared and defined separately. There are some drawbacks or restrictions on overloaded functions. Each function in a set of overload functions must have different argument list. If type def is used for naming functions, then the function is not considered as a different type. Here is a program to demonstrate function overloading. Hash include iostream, hash include mat.h. Using namespace std, class name we are written as a overload function, overload underscore function. Provide s is a variable defined under the float data type, and this is public float area float, and we have defined an argument that is float a. Next is return a into a, this is area of a square. This particular function will give the result of area of a square. Next, float area, length into breadth. This is a function will give the area of a rectangle, and we are using another function called area, float a, float b, float c. This particular function will use to calculate the area of a triangle, and here we have used the square root function. It's a library function that for that purpose we have used the mat.h. And you can see this here, we are using a function loading here. This particular function of area, first when I selected this, the three functions are present, that is for area of a square, area of a rectangle and area of a triangle. Now we are seeing these are the three functions having a common name. Now we have written a int main, and you can see here we have opened a class curly brace here. We have closed the curly brace with semicolon. This is, and all these functions are member functions are inside the class. We have not used any scope resolution operator here. Next is here int main. We are creating an object called f. This overload is overload function is a class name, and we created an object called f. And there are variables called float under the declaration of float x, y, z, intn, and we have written a menu. This is a menu driven program. Here we'll have a list of options will be there. First option will be area of a square. Second option will be area of a rectangle. The third option will be the area of a triangle, and fourth option is exit. This is a menu driven program where the user can have access to any one. If we select the one, means the particular program like area of a square will be executed. If the user select the 2, means area of a rectangle program function will execute. If the user selects 3, the area of a triangle. If the user selects 4, will be coming out from the program. And we have written a while loop, while n not equal to 4. If equal to 4, we have to come out from the program. If not equal to 4, we can repeat these options. Now we have used the switch case statement. In the switch case, there is a case is a keyword, switch is also keyword, and the user is selected one means that particular function, particular module will execute, that is enter the area of a square, it will ask, and with the user enters the value of it will be stored in x, and here area of a square is that area of a square f dot area means of x means the value which we entered in the a variable called x, it will be transferred to the value of x. The value, suppose we entered 2 means in the x, the value of x will be transferred to f dot area means where it will go to the area. Here there will be the value will be transferred to x, value will be transferred to a. That is, we entered the 2 means it will be multiplied as a written as 2 into 2, and we'll get the result will be here. We will be displaying here the result. You can see C out area f dot area of x means we will get the result will be 4. Now these are the arguments actually. These are the parameters. We can say parameters are arguments now. Now when the user selects 2 means it last we have to enter the values for x and y. Suppose I enter the value of x is 2 and the value of y is 3, and then it will be area of a triangle f dot area x y means the 2 will be stored in x, the 3 will be stored in y, 2 into 3 will be 6 and will be transferred to f dot area means it will go to the second function, that is flow. The value of x will be transferred to L and the value of y will be transferred to B. This is function values which are present in x and y will be passed to the values to the variables to the L and B. Now it will be 2 into 3 will be there, automatically we will get the result will be 6 will be displayed onto the screen. Now here, if the same case we will select the area of a triangle means we have to give the 3 values, that is 3 sides. We have to give the values for the 3 sides here, 3 sides x, y, z and 2, 3, 4. We will be getting the values of x will be transferred to 2 which is present in the 2x, and y 3 and z 4 means it will be transferred to the parameters, the values will be transferred to here a, b, c. Here the value of x will be a, will be transferred to a, the value of y will be transferred to b, the value of z will be transferred to c, and it will do the calculation like side will be calculated a plus b plus c divided by 2, whatever the result will be stored in s, and finally we will get the result return square root of s into s minus c, s minus b into s minus c. We will get the result will be, if you get 2, 3, 4 means we will get the answer will be 6 actually. Now if the user select 4 means what will happen? The program stops. At the program stops, we will be getting thank you all will be displayed onto the screen. Now we will run the program to test how it works. So just I'll build the program. I'll run the program. Now we are having options are available: function overloading menu, 1 for area of a square, 2 for area of a rectangle, 3 for area of a triangle, 4 for exit. Suppose if you select, now the user has to enter between 1 and 4. So if you enter 1 means, so I will enter 2 means what will happen? The value of x will be transferred to the value of a. Now it will become answer will be generated as the area of a square will be 4. Now if you select the option 2 means, I will enter the values for length and breadth. I will enter 2 and 3. We will get the result will be 6. That is, you can see the area of a rectangle will be 6. If you select the option will be 3, I will get 2, 3, 4. So we will get the value is the result will be here. The area of a triangle will be 2.90474. Suppose if you give once again, if you give 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, I will be getting the result will be 6 will be the area of a triangle will be there. And if I select the option 4 means the program exits. Now we can say thank you.